Video 23, Big Brother is playing games with us. TV programme, not George Orwell. British version. I've not watched TV for 20 years, really at all, but I did see that when it started. The first, put people in a house, see what happens. The first one wasn't scripted. There was a normal Big Brother and a celebrity Big Brother. The first one definitely wasn't scripted. It got poor, probably because it became scripted. Discussion last night about Rachael Weisz. She was a Beyonce impersonator. So when my friend mentioned her, I saw it. It was maybe 2010. But now I have awakened eyes. Not awakened to the world, but awakened to this actor-based reality nonsense. Rachael Weisz, the Rachael Weisz impersonator, the Beyonce impersonator, she didn't last long. She was out the first. She was Beyonce. She is Beyonce. I don't know if she's still around, if she still plays that character. Yeah, she had a Midlands accent. That's like the Birmingham area of England. Working class girl, down to earth. She's an actress. She's a great singer, but she's also an actress. So she played a British working class Midlands girl. Rachael Weisz is Beyonce. She's not a Beyonce impersonator. She's Beyonce. And you've got to understand the humour of our rulers. Yeah, that's just it. Now another young woman. I did say in my first Actor Malarkey video 6, young women don't like prosthetics. Makes them look ugly. They do wear some. They did change these a bit. I also showed a couple of examples, I can't remember who, of young women who were just so identical it just wasn't true. I mean, it was obviously the same woman, but... And I said, if you can't see that, don't watch any more actor-based reality. And I mean that, and I mean that now. Celebrity Big Brother, it started to go downhill because they didn't have the budget to pay celebrities anything, or the celebrities just weren't interested. So they had wannabes. They had people who were sort of trying to get into the business, you know, wannabe singers, maybe YouTube people. YouTube wasn't as big as it is now. They can be more successful than TV people now. And it was a bit of a joke, and the TV company, it changed. It went, Dutch owned it, and BBC Two bought it first. Then they said, no, we're not buying this anymore. So the Dutch company had to lower the price. Then Channel 4 said, we'll take it on. I think Channel 4 had it for the longest, and then viewership went down, the price went down, and then Channel 5 was the last one. It was pretty poor by the time it reached Channel 5. So there was one celebrity Big Brother where they were mocking themselves, because the celebrities would come into the house, 15 of them, but they didn't really know each other because they weren't real celebrities. They were more famous than the average person, but I wouldn't know. I'd know maybe one or two of them. They'd keep one or two names just so some people would watch the programme, out of about 15. So the big irony of Chantelle Houghton was that she was not a celebrity, and they didn't know that because the celebrities didn't know that because the celebrities didn't know who was or who wasn't, because they weren't real celebrities. So that was the irony. They had this woman entering the Big Brother house who wasn't a celebrity. Now she was delightful, she was down to earth, she was laughing, she was jokey, she was giggly, she was lovely. She won the audience's heart, and she won the programme. And I think if they had a real vote, which I don't think we get real votes in this realm, do we? I mean, if they counted it up correctly, she'd have won it anyway. So the first irony is, the woman enters Celebrity Big Brother, but she's not really a celebrity. The second irony is she wins it. And the third irony, which I've only just discovered yesterday, sorry, there's a fly. No, she wasn't, really, in reality, she wasn't the only one who wasn't a celebrity. She was the only one who was a celebrity. She was Paris Hilton. And it's obvious. And Chantelle Houghton was an Essex girl, again, like Rachael, down to earth, working class, rough and tumble, bit sloppy, fantastic. She was Paris Hilton. And this is such an obvious one. What do they change? Well, they have changed a couple of things. Paris has a tip on her nose, fake tip. but when she plays Chantelle, she doesn't have it. Now, a tip is very rare, but you see them a lot in Hollywood because they're all playing different people. What's more common is a bump. All Mediterraneans have a bump. I'm half Italian. I have a bump, but I haven't seen profiles of them. Chantelle got fat, and they didn't show for a while. Not fat really, just a bit overweight. Maybe she had a child. I don't know anything about her. And they didn't show Paris Hilton for about a year. And you may think, well, no, she's a star. She's on every day on some kind of media. No, she's not. They can go away for a year. Nobody notices. Then they come back, and it's just like normal. I think it's mostly women who follow celebrities. If they like Paris Hilton, well, they don't see her for a year, and then she comes back, and it's just like nothing happened. Of course, the fifth irony is that she doesn't really do anything, does she? She's supposed to be an heiress, so she's pretty, and she's rich. I guess they pretend Hilton Hotel it must be. So I'm not her to speak, but she must have an American accent. But she must be demure, because she's always. Do Google images. She's always kind of demure and perfectly made up, and the hair coiffured, and perfect clothes. Whereas Chantelle is the different. Her hair's a mess. She wears makeup, but she probably does it herself. It's sort of amateurish. I mean, her Paris instance will definitely have a professional. Well, they need to put the tip on. What else? Yeah, they beautify Paris more. What that means is they fill in lines, which is really not worth thinking about. This was in their 20s. She must be in her 30s now, I would guess. But they do it all the same. Obsessed with looks. But of course, Chantelle, they didn't do that. But nevertheless, it's easy to see it's the same woman. I'm going to do a video on why seasoned conspiracists don't accept actor-based reality, fake animals or fake wars. And there is a reason why it applies to all three. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And keep subscribing and liking it. Click a like for a change.